maybe once saw you in a certain light or a certain way, and then when you reveal that transparency apart, when you become transparent about your life, then you open up your, like absolutely, and it helps somebody, things that they might be going through.
That's right.
Absolutely. Sometimes testimony is good for people because you never know what somebody else is going through. And two, it lets people know that the other person sometimes giving the testimony is a human. And that humanistic feeling, knowing that, hey, just like me, sometimes let people know I could do it, or help them out of a situation, or just a lot of times when people give their testimony before you go and do something, what would this person do? And once you start to know what that person to do, sometimes you'll form your patterns after that.
So, no, that is, and sometimes you just have to choose, and you have to know yourself. But we choose with the understanding that we have at the moment.
Yes,
that's the reality
that we have right there.
What do you want from me?
You can only use the information you have.
That's
all you can do.
I love the story. You guys are familiar with what he wrote? Oh my goodness, so many comic movies. Movies were Blazing Saddles. He wrote
Blazing Saddles.
Movie, that's a comedy. So I'm aware of the generational differences.
I've heard of Blazing Saddles, but I've never.
This was a very funny guy, and they were interviewing him once, and he was talking about his life, and he says he just had a chutzpah, which is nerve, audacity. When he was a 14-year-old
courage.
kid.
So you have the chutzpah.
He was in the Catskills. He jumped in a play, and it was a Shakespearean play. And say he was lousy in the play, actually. but he knew that he had a gift, but he didn't know it at the time. He was. They were booing him on stage. And he said all of these adults were in the play, and he was playing the kid. He said, "Hey, I'm a 14-year-old kid. What do you want from me?" He realized at that moment he had a gift for comedy. But
reality too.
But the thing is, the fact of the matter is, sometimes we learn from mistakes. We discover other aspects of ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you get led in a direction you don't know you're going to go prior to making a mistake.
Follow the people with the bright and shiny stuff, and use money too. You do it all just to have a buck. Doesn't justify everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good morning to you, everybody. Amber, what do we say when they come with those negative vibes?
Oh
yeah, please.
Yes. Listen.
Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, let me, all of that. Yeah. It's simply when your partners come with the negative comments and they trying to lead you astray down the whole rabbit hole that is, and across the lane and the highway with cars.
I wasn't expecting that one. Yeah, okay.
You better not follow the dummies.
Don't follow the dummies.
Don't follow the dummies.
Don't play in traffic.
You are not following, and if you did not make it to the end of the game, don't try it.
Don't get hit by
you just say Frogger.
I did. That's right.
Don't get hit by the 18-wheeler of stupidity.
Wheels, come on.
18-wheeler of stupidity.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'll be painful.
Yeah, that would be.
Did you download the
I'm gonna do it now. Okay. While y'all are doing this, Paris, that flash drive, that empty one, is it in your office?
I have one right here. I think. I didn't take it out.
So I told a joke that I didn't even realize was a joke when I was talking to Billy. It's on there. Okay. Listen, so Billy gave away the second ticket that he had to Kanye last night because the wife wanted to go get her hair done. And so in the midst of him telling me that, I was like, because hair is important. And women's hair is important, so it trumps going to see Kanye. And when I said it, I was like, "Cha-ching."
I made a funny.
And one of the listeners wrote back, and they was like, "That was funny. That was
what,
funny."
What I missed.
Okay. So when I was talking, Billy gave away the wife's ticket to somebody here in Houston to go because she wanted to go get her hair done.
Okay.
So I told him, well, yeah, she chose right because getting your hair done trumps going to see Kanye. And I was like, yes, did you hear that? I wasn't even trying.
It made her funny.
It made a whole funny. But one of my listeners just texted me talking about that was pretty funny though. That was good.
Off the cuff.
Just straight off the cuff.
Just right off. I could do it like that.
I heard it when I said it. I was like, Trump's and then Kanye, because Kanye. So I was like, oh, it's gonna get better than
this. Yeah. That's funny.
They don't get no better than
I
this.
like that. Yeah.
Sweet, yeah.
Come to me. Hours of interviews, good conversations, music, and more.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know things about other religions and other texts.
Is this the one?
Absolutely. Hope is gonna call him. No, that's a blank right there. This one,
You can put it on this
music on it.
Okay, I'm gonna get. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna use this real quick. I'm gonna pull
You
some
use the
stuff.
high tech stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I do have one of these.
A hard drive?
I need something with music on it. I don't know what to buy. I wouldn't know what to buy.
Yeah, you probably do. I do have it. I have one, but it's a short in mine, but it still works though.
Well, I'm gonna get one this afternoon when we get because this this thing is run. I got
Run out of space.
Yeah. I just bought a new one. It's 64. This is 64. I got it on here. But this one is no. This is the 64. No, this is the 16.
Oh yeah. That's gonna have a lot of space on it.
Spread the word. Help those in need this holiday season.
Oh, let me do this.
That is not Otis.
1230 KCOH Radio. Good morning, everybody. If you're tired of that old driveway, Amber shared some advice with us, and we are sharing it with you. If you're tired of that driveway, the one with the ugly cracks and holes, you have seen those, right?
Yeah.
You have seen those. You guys, both of you guys have seen those.
Absolutely.
You know, driveways you run into, and you don't know where you're coming out because it looks like a pothole.
Yeah. You scared to drive over it.
Yeah, a hole as big as an exit ramp. Yeah, well, listen, let me tell you something. We've got advice for you. Don't have your friends putting their cars at risk this season just to come and to visit you. Hey, my brother, I'd love to come bring the family over to visit you, but I can't afford a new front wheel job.
Alignment.
I need a whole new front alignment.
Yeah, man. So no, you don't want that on you. Well, let me tell you something. If you think we know who can fix it for you, and I will share this with you. If you think you're building a new structure to add more living space to your home, they can help you. And if you know that I'm telling the truth about all of that, if you know you're holding family gatherings indoors because the outside is, well, just not pleasant nor functional. Well, I mean, if you know those things, if you know it's not pleasant or functional, then we want you to call SID. So that's right. SID's Services is a one-stop shop for all your residential concrete needs. They specialize in driveways, patios, house slabs, and foundations. And they have over 20 years, Amber, I'm told, in quality residential construction. Now, SID himself, SID has SID's Services. So he's got employees. He's got people that work for him out there, all right? Okay. Now, SID himself, he just didn't open up a business, stick his name on it. Guy's been out there 20-something
So
years,
he knows the trade.
Years, yes. And he's honest and provides excellent work to each customer. Now, if you know, you hear us in here laughing and joking, and we don't even know you. Think about what the people said about you who know you. If you know your driveway,
it's that bad.
Overdue.
It is
if
that
you know
bad.
it's overdue, don't go to this. We're talking about home improvement. That gets to be a theme about commercials over here. You know, I mean, if you know, say I could go right out of this commercial into Millionaire Carpeting into Washington and Sons.
And even electric.
Into Taylor. Taylor, yes. All right.
It sounds like your whole house could be complete.
You got a whole renovation.
It sounds like you have everything
and
you
you
need.
can get it done by people who are trustworthy,
Yes.
who want to provide this service for you. You can call Sid at 713. You know, you can reach out for him.
713-459-3158. It's a one-stop shop. Call Sid today, 713-459-3158.
Call him.
Call him that, you know, and remember, slabs, foundations, Sid does all of that. Now, when you're
I thought about something, Perry.
What did?
If we can, on the spot in the cart, we might be able to add maybe a little Erykah Badu where she say call him. When she talk about Tyrone.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we can put it in the background.
Call your boss.
Don't give away trade secrets.
Yeah,
we can talk about that.
This is how sausage is made.
That's all right.
It came to me in a creative
But
moment.
that's the way we
It was very creative.
It
It was creative. I gotta give it to you.
Tyrone.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is, but we give that kind of service to our clients over here. We do that.
It's
We
the
do that.
utmost
Because we
best
think we
service
know these
possible.
businesses. Yeah, we endorse them. We invite you to use their services as well. As I said, when they walk into your house over there, you'll have carpets that have been cleaned by a millionaire carpeting company. 3 rooms for $119. You'll be fine. It'll be comfortable inside your house because you've seen Victor Washington and the people from Washington and Sons, you know.
And you can invite people over for dinner again.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
You don't
ashamed.
even have to cook because now you taking all the pressure off.
All
the pressure, and you need to run on over to Doris's
And get you something to eat. Yeah. The whole thing.
That's right. You can get all of that. Everybody's there. Then as a matter of fact, you might want to cut back on the number of kinfolks you got coming over and invite the people from Doris's and from Taylor's Electric. They'll be like family to you.
And they can invite back
after that time.
And you top it off by listening to 1230 The Source.
That's right.
You see, you can listen to us the whole time while you're doing the things that you do.
1230 KCOH Radio. This is the Morning Magazine, everybody. I'm Paris. Good morning to you. Back in a moment. You got 5 things over there?
Yep.
Because I got this. I had the what you call over here the mouse.
Oh yeah.
Because Saturday we lost the mouse.
You lost the mouse.
We lost the whole mouse.
Yeah.
A whole mouse. The other one is gone.
Did it ran away? Mice do run.
I mean, maybe he found a better home in somebody's bag or something. I mean, you know, it's just like what?
Wow.
Oh man, Fresno shooting. That's number 1.
Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, I meant to hit that. Yeah.
At a watch party. Look, that's why I don't get to.
But 6 people died.
Yeah.
4 and 6. Four people died and 6 of them were injured.
An unknown suspect. That means they haven't found him.
Right. And even last night it was like that because I saw that story last night. It popped up on my phone.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's why I love sports, but I'll be honest, I don't have a favorite team. I can't get all into.
That's right.
I like a good game. Who wins, who loses. Sometimes I want somebody to do better than another team, but I don't particularly get into having a favorite team or that's my team.
Yeah.
When I hear people say that, the first thing coming to mind is, no, it's not your team. They don't care nothing about you. You're not in on none of the decisions. You can't even get a hot dog for under $20 in the stadium. How is it your team? Sports has done a great job of making people feel somewhat of an infinity as it's theirs. They're really a part of it.
Yeah.
And that is a great money-making tactic I figured out is when people feel they're a part of something, they will spend their last money on it. Jerseys, tickets, parking. You go to a game and you end up spending $200-300, and then you go cheer for them and say, "That's my team." No.
But that's just like the people, I mean, I would have loved to have been a part of the Astros or whatever, but to pay that amount of money for a ticket, like, I mean, and granted, I would think that there was some lesser tickets, but the only ones I ever heard of were $800 tickets.
Oh, for the World Series?
For the World Series and stuff like that.
Yeah. And okay, so how could you say that's my team?
Yeah, right.
You like the watching the team, but they do a great job at making people feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah.
But you're literally not. When they trade somebody, they don't call you. They don't ask your input.
They don't tweet you.
They don't care. And look, and when you mad all week about the loss, they went on right after the game.
They trying to figure out how they gonna salvage whatever.
Before the game is even over, Amber, they talking about what they about to do.
That's right.
What you doing tonight? They're not worried about it. And you mad all week. You right. You mad all week and they can care less.
That's the way they keep their sanity.
Look, you know what I always find funny? I'll see people with bumper stickers and big on the back of their cars. None of the athletes on those teams have a sticker of that team. I don't think people realize that. Those athletes do not feel the same affinity as the fans. Yes, I got 5.
Okay. So I'm coming to you. Let's see. We're 1230 KCOH. Good morning to you, everybody. Magazine. Holiday editions. We're getting in the mood. We're getting in the mood around here to bring some holiday cheer, conversations, lots of things going on. We're going to be talking about how to get along with family during these holidays. We're going to have some of those shows too.
Yeah, getting along with family.
Getting along with family. We're just talking about homes and house. We're going to talk about all of that.
Stay away.
Yeah. The holidays. How you traveling on the holidays? Who you rolling with? And things like Black Friday. I heard Guru, who comes on between 11 and 12 on Saturday, talking about shopping online. We're going to have him here to get some of your to help some of you navigate and to help the senior citizens who might need your advice. We advise you younger people. Look out for your kin people who are older. A lot of scams go on.
Maybe we should break down some of the myths or some of the things that you shouldn't be afraid of. Because I personally know people. My dad, he don't like ordering stuff online, so we can find out how to find secure sites and things that are insured and things of that nature. Saturday,
and the Guru has all of that information. That's why we invite you to listen on Saturday, Protect Talk with the Guru. He was talking about this Saturday. He was saying that's not the time to experiment with new stores during the holiday season
because everything pops up.
Scams
it's a lot of scams.
You'll be looking for your stuff. A lot of scams are out there. So, but we will get his expert advice, even if we have to get him back on, because I know he's busy during the week. He really is. He is a guy who's actually employed. Doing that. He owns his own company. He spends his time doing that. So it's not just a show for him. He's not a tech DJ. He is
a real tech guy. A technical technician.
Yeah, and he knows his stuff. He's here on Saturday mornings. As his listeners will tell you, he's great at what he does. And some of them have used his services as well. Also on Saturday, there's the Jackson Political Report with Ron Jackson. Ron had Michael Wynn from the Travelers Office talking about the vote count. As you know, conspiracies were making their way around.
They always will. Already, They always will. Conspiracies are like breath. They come out every time somebody breathes. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Well, what do you have for us? What are we watching today?
Today, what are we watching? Well, right now I'm looking at the 5 things. Personally, I don't know what I'm watching today. I see Greeland. He says lots of scams online. And good morning, Greeland and Prince Hayes. We got Prince here. Tanika Calhoun. Hey, Tanika. Miyoshi Coley. Dewana. Hey, Dewana Neal. Sophia's watching. Mika Sky's watching. Johnny. Pistol Pop. All right, he's watching. And so we have some people watching. You want to get into a bit of news?
Would you please?
All right.
I'll have you do it.
Okay, we have a Fresno shooting. A shooting at a football watch party in Fresno yesterday ended with 4 people dead, 6 other wounded, and very few answers as to who's responsible. Authorities say an unknown suspect walked into the yard of a home into a crowd footage and possible witness statements to get more information. And okay, that's strange. They're not releasing any information, and so I don't know if they're relying on the public to help them catch the person at this point in time. Because normally when they'll release information when they need help catching a person. So I wonder if they're secretly on that person's track. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they don't want to release the information and scare them off. Yeah. They want you to think you got away so they could pull up on you. Yeah. Let me see what else we got here. The impeachment investigation, and this impeachment investigation is getting wilder and wilder as the day go by. And I also saw that that the president ended up going to the hospital the other day. He made a trip to Walter Reed. And so I wonder if the impeachment has anything to do with it. That stress. That stress, Amber. That stress. That stress is heavy. All right. It says impeachment drama doesn't even stop on the weekends anymore. President Trump spent part of yesterday tweeting attacks at Jennifer Williams, in an aide to Vice President Mike Pence, who said in a deposition that Trump's July 25th call with Ukraine was inappropriate. Williams is one of the people that is set to testify publicly this week, and the latest witness to face attacks from the president and her cooperation in the investigation. On Saturday, House impeachment investigators released a transcript of Williams' closed-door deposition, as well as the deposition transcripts from Gordon Sunderland. Sunderland. I always say and there's no the American envoy to European Union and former NSC official Tim Morrison. The big takeaway from these releases, Morrison account seems to commercial popped up on my screen. They got to make their money.
Well, that's okay. We'll get we do have the gist of it. You've given us the nub of it. And what is happening is simply this. There is this week, there's going to be continued testimony
in their public
and open hearings. And the biggie from that is expected to be Sunderland's testimony because he's already had to revise his previous testimony. And because he was not, the word is fulsome. He did not give full details the first time he testified.
Yeah, he held some back.
He held a little back. Then he had to revise that, right?
A recantment.
Right. Well, he tried to finesse it, right?
Absolutely.
Now they found another discrepancy, so he's being called back. So his options are dwindling because you don't just get to walk in and say, let me make up for the last thing that I made up that I didn't tell the truth about.
You can't do it.
Time. All right. And so the question is now, is he going to take the Fifth Amendment, which will for some raise this matter, although it's illegal, raise this matter of consciousness of guilt. Yes. And if he does so, where does that put acting OMB Director Mick Mulvaney and Rick Perry from the Energy Department? Where does that put those? So his testimony is being closely watched because remember, they have now established that he's in direct contact with the President of the United States, the person's son's a big week. And then you also have, I don't know what it says on your piece of paper there, but that's okay. Trust me, not the paper. I want to be like the right wing. Trust me, not the newspaper.
Trust me.
Trust me, not the real newspaper.
Or you know what I was finding funny even over the weekend, and I went back and glanced at some of the tweets. And Donald Trump will tweet something about someone that he doesn't know yet. Right. He'll say the whistleblower is tied to this person, but he won't know who the whistleblower is.
Well, you know what? People do that in the talk radio. We get a lot of that. People make assertions. Yeah. Because assertions are easily made. People do it. Yeah. Right? Because nobody bothers. Well, seldom do people have to present evidence. Yeah. And particularly in an informal setting like this. There are people who think they can come on and just say anything. Yeah. And sometimes they do it they do it not thinking they're spreading a rumor, but it's information to them because they believe it. And so when you ask them, okay, what's the evidence of that?
They won't have it. Right. I sometimes it seems like he's trying.
Yeah, well, that's the purpose of it.
Because if people don't know what the truth is, they'll tune out of it completely.
And that's why before I say some things or second some things, I just say, okay, you put that out there.
You got it.
Let's see. Now, if I can correct you, I want to correct it. If not, if it's one of those gray areas, I'm not going to wallow around with you on it because it's only going to make it muddy. So sometimes we let that statement's out there, and then we'll come back and correct it when we've really got the facts. Rather than just crazy people arguing about something that neither one of them.
And all that does is make people pull back. If you don't know the truth, you leave.
But unfortunately, we do have people who refuse to just keep silent, and he's on the line now. Keep silent, and this brother's on the line. It brings us firsthand. I've seen several things cross my inbox, and I like to go to the source when I can. And this quote, I agree before I present him. You know, when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard or welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak. That's from Audre Lorde. Now, those of you who don't know, Audre Lorde was an African-American feminist, womanist, lesbian, and civil rights activist. But we've got people who speak out. They don't just stew in fear, worrying, suspicious that the worst thing might happen. They actually engage. I will say good morning to Kofi Tahaka. Good morning, Kofi. How are you, my brother?
Good morning. I bring you greetings from the officers and members of the National Black United Front. It's a great honor and pleasure to join you this morning.
My brother, good. We are glad to hear you. We got Tyrone and we got Amber here joining us this morning. Listen, would you please tell the audience out there, we've had a number of newer people join us, some not in the immediate area. Would you talk about the 95, we talk about the activity of 95, Sugarland 95. Yes, please.
Right. Well, I'm glad you had me on this morning because I got breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Very good. Yeah.
We got a united front of people who are standing in support of honoring and dignifying properly the Sugarland 95. I'm saying there are various groups, all groups from the activist community, from the political community, from the cultural community, from the scholarly community, who have all stood up and joined together in some shape, form, or fashion to say that those 95 remain of those people who were in a forced prison labor camp in Sugarland, Texas, whose remains were found last year, should be honored and dignified in a proper manner, and that with the Fort Bend Independence last year, is doing is actually desecration and not honoring them. Last night, we organized a major protest against that ceremony on last night. It was people that were there, all different walks of life. I'm talking about the now. Saying to then I guess what they've been doing over this past year and a half. What's going along with this is a historic milestone. Prison convict labor took place after the emancipation and after juneteenth. The way for the global white supremacist power structure here in Texas to see how could they garner
Mhm. Yes.
Over a year in this battle for Paris, Tyrone, and Amber.
Okay.